Grace and peace be unto you all, my sisters and my brothers. But here we go. The characteristic of a pure heart. The characteristics of a pure heart. God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. St. Matthew, the 5th chapter, verse 8. Our culture is obsessed with appearances. We celebrate the beautiful, the brightness, and the best. But God's priorities are a lot different in the world. While the world around you applauds beauty, they applaud wealth, they applaud power, they applaud popularity. God cares most about your heart. See, man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at that heart. You said, preacher, what do you mean? The reason why God looks at that heart, because that heart is deceitful and very wicked. If God doesn't change your heart, the intent of the heart, God look not as man look. See, man look at the outward appearance, but God looks at our heart. If God doesn't change your heart, then you're deceitful. You're being evil, because Jesus Christ even said it in the book of Matthew. Not that which go inside the man that defiles a man, but that which cometh out of the man that defiles him or her. Yeah, that. The reason why is because the heart is deceitful and very wicked. In his most famous Sermon on the Mount, Jesus Christ said, God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. St. Matthew, the 5th chapter, verse 8. What does it mean to have a pure heart? The word we use today for this is integrity. Having integrity doesn't mean that you are blameless or never make mistakes. It means that you have a heart that is turned toward God. And God says that's the kind of heart that God blesses. David had a heart like that. Though David had made a huge mistake. Yes, he did. God said, one thing about God said about him, even that God had acknowledged that once David repented of all the things he had done. You've heard the story. You know the story. If you heard, you know what King David did? God said about him, David is a man after my own heart. You know why God said David was a man after his own heart? Because David often repented of King David. King David often repented of the evil that he had done. That's why God acknowledged him. He was a man after God's own heart because he acknowledged his sin. He repented often. Integrity. It says, coming from Acts, the 13th chapter, verse 22. Do you want to be a person of integrity, someone after God's own heart? One of the words that defines integrity is wholeness. When you have integrity, you are whole. You are complete in God. You're complete in Christ. Think of your life as a piece of pie. Some pies are divided into slices. One slice is career. Check this out. Another church is another family, and so on, etc., etc. But when you have integrity, your life is divided up. One is whole, consistent pie, no matter where you are or who you are with, at church or at work or at home, or you are home alone. You are the same person. You are consistent. You are whole. You are complete. You have integrity. As a result of being a whole person of integrity, you are blessed by God, for God, all throughout all eternity. As the master said to his faithful worker when he gave the talents in the book of St. Matthew, chapter 25, verse 21. You are a good and loyal servant because you are loyal with small things. I will let you care for much greater things. My conclusion. So we tend to think that God's blessing comes from the big moments of our life, when everybody else is watching, but it's the smallest moment that reveals our true, real integrity. Every small word of encouragement you give this week will be rewarded in eternity. Every small act of kindness that you do will be rewarded in eternity. Every time you reject a temptation, you will be rewarded in eternity. Integrity is powerful. It makes a difference not just now, but for eternity. the characteristics of a pure heart. The characteristics of a pure heart. May your life be blessed today. I'm only just going to share several videos today. Not sure how many more I'm going to do, but I'm going to keep going until I watch it in my time. And for the sake of the hour, until I get ready to go inside the building. I pray that these faith sermons will be a blessing unto you. And that God will energize your day. That God will restore your day. That God will anoint you with his presence. That God will have some type of word that is being shared by me, sharing these words of hope, inspirational words of encouragement unto you all, that your day will be blessed. God bless you.